the home of inspiration every day.
Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful.
From news,
countries across the globe have been hit by the COVID-19 virus.
Views.
There's a global trend to see an increase in GBV incidences, specifically domestic violence.
Sports.
What's he say? It's a really good ball. It's Shabalala.
And music to inspire you every day. This is Vuga Online, your inspiration radio station.
Hello, everyone, listeners and viewers. Thank you for joining us on Africa's Leaders in Sustainability show on Vuga Online Radio. It is myself, DJ Hotlane, and I'm here to bring you good news, and we are here to change the world. So thank you very much for joining. Tell everyone, tell your friends, your sisters, your neighbors, share the link. It's vugaonlineradio.co.za. Share on YouTube, Vuga Central, Vuga Online Radio, socials, Zonke. It's Vuga Online Radio. Thank you so much for listening in. Today, we've got a very special guest, and Lusanda is her name, Lusanda Msebi, full name, from South Africa, Eastern Cape, and she is going to tell us more into detail where in Eastern Cape she's from and why she is here, why she's speaking to you. And I'm very excited to hear from you, Lusanda. How are you?
Hello, everyone. My name is Lusanda, as Khotso has just introduced me. I'm very well. I'm feeling very bright today, quite energetic. And I hope everyone is also having a good time.
Yes, I'm sure they are. They're looking forward to hearing from you. Catwalk Youth Development. Anna?
Yes.
Very interesting.
That's it.
Okay. So, Lusanda, we're going to just go right into it and speak about who you are, what you're doing. The listeners also, you can get involved. We also have a WhatsApp channel where you can get updates, etc. As well for the shows coming up next. In 2 minutes, Lusanda, tell everyone who you are, why you are here, and why you are so important.
Well, that's a mouthful, and I feel like I'll try my best to do it justice. My name is Lusanda Msebi. I am the founder of Catwalk Youth Development Agency, which is known as CYDA Africa. I founded it on values of Ubuntu, environmental stewardship, integrity, transparency, and creativity. Basically, I believe that it is an extension of who I am. I am a person who believes in uplifting young people. I am a person who upholds development throughout life. And CYDA then came as an extension of who I am. I wanted to share the spirit of growth, the spirit of creativity, the spirit of Ubuntu with other young people within my community. So as you said, Catwalk is quite interesting. And when we started, we were just doing fashion shows that spoke to social injustices, things such as GBV. So we were creating works of art that were actually speaking towards what was happening in our environment. And we were basically using art as a tool to inform people and also to engage, people on the issues and how we can better address them. And then we formalized in the year 2021 into a non-profit organization. We are a non-profit company, and in that we hope that we'd get better support in helping young people to build their own capacity in terms of green, sustainable business. So as I said, one of our main values is environmental stewardship. So we are upholding that, and also we're making it fashionable for young people, hence Catwalk. Our initiative
Lusanda, I think I lost you. We're gonna go on a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna continue with Lusanda. Let's go on a short break.
The home of inspiration every day.
Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful.
From news,
Countries across the globe have been hit by the COVID-19 virus.
views,
There's a global trend to see an increase in GBV incidences, specifically domestic violence.
sports,
What's he say? It's a really good ball. It's Shabalala.
and music to inspire you every day. This is Vuga Online, your inspiration radio station.
Welcome back. This is Lafoots, Vuga Online Radio.co.za. That's where you can find us. And also, don't forget on the socials, Vuga Online Radio. On all of them, see you on Gendao. Join in. We also have a WhatsApp channel. Lusanda, I was telling about Catwalk Youth Development. And also, she told us about herself, what she's bringing to the table. And so far, what she brings to the table, I know. As in 100%. I confirm. Beautiful and amazing work, Lusanda, that you're doing. And yeah, so I want to find out from you. So, is there something right now? So I'm gonna give you this platform right now for the next a few minutes, 5 to maybe 7, 10, to say your say. Whatever you want to be heard, what your heart wants to say to everyone. Tell them about yourself, the organization, what you're busy with, background. Just be yourself. What would you? Yeah, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I hope I am still audible. What I'd like to say with my time and being afforded this platform, firstly, I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for listening to my voice. I believe that giving young people a platform to speak their hearts out and helping them to structure how they speak on certain platforms is something that's important. I myself would like to say that young people should be the focal point within systems, within policy. We should be considered, we should be included when those are being developed, and we should be empowered. I believe that focusing on skills development and capacity building for young people could be an instrument to social change, and also just uplifting entrepreneurship within the spaces of young people, and ensuring that young people know the right structures and the right vehicles of how to run their businesses, and just opening them up to the opportunities that are there in the green industry. We are currently working on a sustainable fashion project, which is a denim upcycling project. Now we know that fashion is the second largest polluter in the world. And young people actually drive a lot of that, because we are I want to buy it, I wear it, and then I throw it away. Or rather, I just leave it there and I never wear it again. So it's in driving that consciousness for young people, where we are saying that maybe there's a more sustainable way of exploring and enjoying fashion. Maybe the dress that I'm wearing now, I could give it down to my younger sibling, like how we used to do things actually back in the day. And then what we're also saying is that maybe I should be buying more good quality clothes so that I can keep them for a longer time, and also just changing the way of thinking about repeating of outfits and making them aware that that's actually something that's okay, because there is that stigma around it where it makes it sort of not a thing to always be wearing the same clothes for young people, which has been driving fast fashion. So within the project, we do speak about that. We speak about waste and the managing of waste. And what we need currently is more young people to come up with their innovative ideas and actually connect with us, especially your creative youth, your fashion designers. We've created toys for young kids, actually stuffing them in with polystyrene, and they are made out of like a cushioning of denim. And we are seeing that is quite impactful work. And we're also creating bags and hats from upcycled denim. It's actually so interesting to see that one leg of denim can actually make two bags. And that's like, wow, this is revolutionizing the way I'm thinking about clothes. And also, I know that every time I buy something that has been upcycled, I'm actually making actual impact within the space of environment and, within the pollutions that are there. And I'm actually having an active part in that. So I believe in the voice of young people. So CYDA just holds the many dreams of creative young people, and we're trying to propel them forward to actually achieve them and see them come to life in this lifetime. So if anything, if anyone would be interested in looking into CYDA and hearing these stories of these young people who are not only changing their lives, but also impacting in terms of the global crisis of climate change, they are having action towards that. Currently, as I said, in terms of support that we need, we've been working using domestic machines and doing our products. So what we need now is more industrial machinery because of the different types of denim that are there, which some are harder and they break the machines that are for domestic use. And we can't do cool things such as embroidery on them. So we are uplifting things such as, patchwork, embroidery, hand painting, to just avoid that toxic process of using, fashion fabric coloring and all of those, because that requires a lot of water. So we are innovating in that space. And if anyone at any point can support us with anything, whether it be direction or ideas or tangible support, such as these machines, or financial support, or just upskilling support, we are welcome. We are welcoming that with open hands. And I believe that it would change the lives of many.
Yes, well. Okay. No, no, I confirm. And I'm sure our listeners, the listeners can hear you. And there is a lot of creatives. There's a lot of fashion designers out there. There is just youth in here. I remember there was a stats the stats that always comes out about who spends the most fashion, style, estuando, you name it, whatever you want. And it is youth. I think it's like 18 to 27 or 5 or something. It's like 50% or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, no, nice one. Yeah. Okay. I have a lot of questions for you. So, Ogamaje, I'm just gonna give the listeners some time to make some tea, tatama biscuits, coffee, whatever you drink your poison is. We'll be back after the break.
The Africa Center for Work-Based Learning is a professional development center for professionals who aim to improve their professional standing. This means that the learning programs we run are more than just academic programs. They are work-based programs that focus on leveraging your current experience as a professional to build your overall profile. A year down the line, the Africa Center for Work-Based Learning is developing into a preferred center for professional development in Pretoria, with 8 professional development faculties including accounting, teaching, entrepreneurship, as well as IT and many more. For more information, go to acwbl.org or dial +27 12 751 7608. The Africa Center for Work-Based Learning, where work is learning.
Yes. Thank you
We are
so
doing
much. Yeah, we are moving forward. We are moving forward, and you're taking such a big piece of the pie in terms of this moving forward. Because youth, we are the largest piece in the whole world. So you're taking it with you. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
It is. It is. It is. Yo, it is. That's why I need to be energetic and yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. And do you think, like, in terms of being in a position of sustainability, is it something that you always knew that you are going to end up there, or it found you along the way? Something triggered you to focus on sustainability and the environment. What happened to get you in that space, in that mindset?
For me, it's coming from a Motherwell. So in my community, there's a lot of illegal dumping. It's a mess, ikasi, and everywhere you walk, it's just paper, plastic. Now, what's very special about my community is that it's actually an urban farm. So before people moved into it, it was more like green, and then we have an estuary. So we are sitting at the border of an estuary, and then a place that was green. So all the open fields would like have a lot of trees and a lot of plants, indigenous plants, such as your aloe and plants that we still use for medicinal use. And then because of people not really being conscious, they start creating dump sites in those areas. So for me, it was like, I don't like this, but I didn't at first understand that, okay, this was like something that I could create change around. So I just started doing, because I believe I have this gift of being able to bring people together. I'd just be like to the young people in my street, come guys, let's do a cleanup just around our street. Let's just, and let's just make it clean around where we're living. Because for me, it was like, I don't like seeing a mess at home. So imagine where I'm walking, how it must feel for other people to just walk around and to live in a mess. I believe it's not good for your mental state. So we started that, and then it was when I was invited to an environmental ambassadors meeting where I got to learn, oh, this work that I'm doing is actually this. And there they were speaking climate change. It was more like an environmental club. So they were speaking climate change, and they were speaking cleanups, and they were speaking upcycling and recycling. Then I found myself there. So innately, I feel like it was something that was embedded in me. And then I started doing action without really understanding what I was doing. And then in the journey, then I found myself, then knowledge came, and then I understood, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is what I would like to do. This is the kind of change I'd like to drive. Waste management, if anything, if I could just make, a little tinge of change in that space. And I believe that young people, we have it. And then speaking around things of, just taking away that stigma around waste pickers. Waste pickers doesn't only have to be those guys that drive trolleys. It could be you. You could start a business just from, picking up waste and reselling it, because that's what we learned. So in my small group that I had, then we were told that, no, you can actually sell your waste, just separate it at source, separate it while you're picking it up, your bottles alone, your cans alone. And then we started selling, and we made like 70 Rand the first time. And we were like, money for energy. We can buy cool drink now and just, sit together and enjoy the cool drink after the cleanup, So everyone was like, oh, wow, we got our first income just from, doing this thing that we were doing for free for a long time. And then it just clicked. It just clicked. I feel like it was just one of those things that clicked for me. And then I found my voice around the climate space. And now Nelson Mandela Bay, when they launched the climate resilience strategy, they named me their youth climate champion because of the passion and just, that wanting to drive change.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah.
Moving, pull it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You see lento le nature le. It is a trap, actually.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself doing the right things, like everywhere, and telling everybody. It's like you are a disciple of nature, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And yeah, no. So I'm looking at the time.
Yeah.
We're going to, I'm not sure if it's an early break. Yeah, okay, just take an early break. If you think you refill, go and refill your tea, coffee, whatever, and then we'll come back and Lusanda will just give us a roundup about where to go next, where she's going, what's the plan, going.
How do you know the life or personal coach you're about to work with is who they say they are? How do you know if they can do the job? At the Africa Board for Coaching, Consulting and Coaching Psychology, we can tell you. So, before you share your secrets and spend your money, check with us first. Visit www.abccccp.com or call us on 012-751-7608. The ABCCP, the professional body for coaches.
Welcome back. I hope yashisa quality and I hope you guys are having fun. You can see this is a fun knowledge sharing, money making, character building, conscious living show. And we've got a very conscious person who is doing sustainable fashion, conscious living, and Jambona just got the energy. I can stop anytime soon. So jump in, join in if you want, if you can. Tell your friends. If everybody should be a part of this. Actually, Coco, Kulu, Baba, grandmother, father, uncles, everyone jump in. Make a difference. Anyway, Lusanda, I'm going to ask you for two things right now. I need you to tell us and the listeners about your plans in the future. Yes, you did mention that you have a fashion show coming up, which is sustainable fashion. You did mention that there's a young mobilization of community in terms of upcycling and making money out of it, sharing that knowledge as well. And yeah, what's the plan? What's the future looking like for Lusanda Msebi and Catwalk Youth Development? Oh, and lastly, a quote, changing a quote.
Okay. So we are currently working on launching Scholars for Change. So I decided at my age that I'm in community work now. Let me come to school. I'm actually now seated at the University of Western Cape. I came here to study a Bachelor of Community Development so that I understand the discipline. And as a person who upholds development, I was like, okay, this is the next step for me so that I can better do the work that I'm passionate about. So being here, I've already started moving and engaging with young people, and we've launched Scholars for Change. So what that aims to do, it aims to take the scholarly people to innovate around actionable solutions. So if you are in university, if you are in research, we are calling upon you to please come and be part of the CYDA. We want you to actively use your scholarly knowledge in making active change. So that's what Scholars for Change is about. There's big plans. And Upali Sansala is dreaming vastly around it in terms of our enterprise development and so forth. And we are looking at launching our improved bags and hats. So we are refining our products which is where now we need better machines and better structures and equipment to do better products that can sell better and broaden our market a bit more. So for CYDA, we're looking at more growth. We're looking at expanding into more provinces and not just be based in the Eastern Cape. As I said, I'm now seated at the Western Cape, and here we started moving and started an initiative which we will connect then with the Eastern Cape and drive it on this side. So for the next 5 years, I'm hoping that we grow a strong team of young people in research, young people in development, young people in marketing, young people in all the spheres that we really need to drive the legacy that is CYDA. It should live beyond me. It's a hub of dreams, and it's way beyond me. So I'm just the initiator, the founder, the person who had the dream, or rather the vision, and now the person who's expanding it and giving it to other young people and saying, let's take this on, let's champion youth. Let's just use our energy, this very much energetic body. Let's use it right now while we still have this energy to create positive change in our community.
Receiving a quote on my socials.
Okay. So my quote, I think that one I still have to write down, but I think for me it is young people have the energy to drive change. That one I just created, so I have to coin it. I have to write it down. Young people have the energy to drive change. I believe it all starts with youth. On socials, you can find us at CYDA Africa on Instagram, and you can find us as CYDA Africa on Facebook, and also on LinkedIn, we are CYDA Africa. I myself am Lusanda Msebi on Facebook, Lusanda Msebi on LinkedIn, and I am at Conscious Creative with TV. So create V on Instagram. So that's where people can connect with me. Also, our email address is catwalkrsa@gmail.com. If anyone wants to connect with us and have some input, we are truly welcome to it. As a growing foundation, we are really welcome to, young voices around the world, people who want to speak towards equity and an equitable society where everyone has access to resources that can help propel them forward.
No. As in, angishaya ngaphakathi. It's a really, 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 really powerful thing that you are doing. Very special, very blessed. Enough energy, a lot of energy foods, and and I'll just keep going. I'm super happy that you're doing what you're doing, and taking that piece of a pie with you to wherever it is that you're going, because you are going very far. So
thank you.
Congratulations, Lusanda, and let's keep them dreaming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for having me on your show. I truly hope that it reaches the right people, the right ears, and inspires some.
It will. Bongenani-ke ama-listeners, viewers we-YouTube, social media, vukalandiradio.co.za, that's our website. Social media is Vukaland Radio. Everywhere you can down. This is myself, on Africa's Leaders in Sustainability, your favorite show in the whole world. DJ Hotlane, the favorite DJ in the whole world. Bye-bye, bye, Lusanda.
Bye.
the home of inspiration every day.
Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful.
From news,
Countries across the globe have been hit by the COVID-19 virus.
views,
There's a global trend to see an increase in GBV incidences, specifically domestic violence.
sports,
What's he say? It's a really good ball. It's Shabalala.
and music to inspire you every day. This is Vuga Online, your inspiration radio station.